Good morning, YouTube. Matt M. Roy back again, back to with another vlog video on this very nasty, very dreary Saturday morning. You guys can probably tell that my hair is really messed up right now. I got up early this morning and decided to go to breakfast with my dad and the bunch of his car guys. There really weren't any garage sales because we are basically having a a flood situation outside right now. It has been pouring rain hard since about 7 a.m. It's about 10:30 now, so everything's starting to get flooded. I did wind up going to a couple thrift stores today. Didn't really find anything. They haven't really put anything out, and I think I'm going to stay home for the rest of the day because it is really dangerous out there right now. Where I live in Hampton Roads, we are basically at or below sea level, and I've probably mentioned that before, but problem we're having now is with all this rain coming at once, the groundwater levels are rising and most of the streets are flooded. I was actually lucky to get home. Some of the low-lying areas were almost impassable with a car. Probably would have been okay if I had a truck, but my Lincoln Town Car is a little bit low to the ground for days when there's heavy rain like this. I did pick up something kind of interesting. I went to a place called Dollar Tree Deals. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically a Dollar Tree that sells stuff for more than $1. They do have the normal Dollar Tree items, but they also have some items that are $2, $3, $4, $5, and like usually up to $10. Well, they're doing away with those. Apparently it was a concept that just wasn't working for Dollar Tree. I guess they weren't making much money on the higher priced items. So what they're doing is they're actually turning all of those back into Dollar Trees. And when I went there, they had all of the more expensive items 70% off. This is actually the last couple of days they're even going to have those. When I went in there, pretty much everything had been turned over to the regular Dollar Tree. But right up front, near the registers, there was an aisle or two that had the old merchandise from when it was Dollar Tree Deals, and I did pick up a bargain. As most of you guys know, I'm into the old cassette decks, and a lot of my old cassette players still use the C batteries, and that's what I picked up. This is a case of Sunbeam 4 packs of C batteries. There's 8 of them in here. These were, as you can see, $3 a piece. But anything that was, since everything was 7% off, everything that was $3 and under was actually $1. So I got these for $1 a piece. So this entire pack here was $8. And I'm really happy to have these because, like I said, I have a lot of cassette decks. I have some flashlights, a lot of older technology that I have that still uses these. And C batteries are very hard to find, especially the alkaline ones like these are. These are actually, I believe they're called super alkaline. And it says ideal for high-tech devices, so these should work just fine in anything I need them to work in. They're from 2015, so they should have a good shelf life remaining. Just as kind of a rule of thumb, alkaline batteries on average will last about 10 years in storage since they're date of manufacture, bearing in mind that the higher the temperatures, the less life they'll have. Give you an example. If you were to store these somewhere where it was usually maybe 50 or 60 degrees on average, like in a garage somewhere that's cooled, you might get 10 years out of it. But if you were to store these, say, like in an attic or a storage space where during the summer it might get to 80, 100 degrees, you'd be lucky to get 2 or 3 years out of these in storage before at least 50% of the battery's life was drained. We will see what the rest of the day brings today. I don't really have too much else. I am planning on doing a review of those MREs soon. I don't know if they're going to be today because we are going to maybe go see a movie a little bit later, depending on if the weather breaks or not. We want to go see Allergent, which is I think the second or the third movie in the Divergent series. I haven't really kept up with them, but my mother was a really big fan, and she said that she'd like to have some company. So I said, you know what, I'll go and see it with her. Plus, an added bonus is this one actually has Jeff Daniels in it, who I am a big fan of. I remember him in both the Dumb and Dumber movies, 1 and 2. I loved him in that movie RV. I think he's a very, very talented actor that sometimes doesn't get the actual credit that he deserves. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for right now. We'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go in the other room and make myself a good cup of coffee. Mom's over here cleaning. You want to say hi to everybody on YouTube? She's a little shy. She's not made up yet. Let's get some light on in here. I can hear the Keurig brewing and bubbling here. Now what I'm going to do real quick, I don't know if I want to do this or not. This is one of those French roast K-cups that I said kind of exploded in the machine downstairs. I didn't have too much luck with it up here. But since we have to clean the Keurig anyway, I think I'm going to give it a try and see if this one works. I noticed one problem off the bat of these. If you look closely, you can see that the tops of these are really bulged, which means they kind of swelled up a little bit. I think that's why they're having a problem with exploding. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you guys in here for a close-up. I want to try and puncture it. If you look down here, there's a little pin, and I don't think the camera's going to pick that up. It's right there. I'm going to try to pre-puncture this before I put the lid down. So to do that, you put even pressure on the top and the bottom and just push. And you can see that it kind of released some of that pressure. Now I can close the lid, and I'm going to go ahead and brew a full cup, and we'll see if it comes out. I'll know right away if this is going to work, because if it's not, then I won't get a full cup of coffee. So far, so good. Gotta get the creamer out. Yeah, it's looking good. Should come up maybe to about there. So we'll see what happens. All right, she's almost there. Guess what, guys? I think it might have worked this time. Gonna pull that off. Now the test to see if it made a mess up here. Let's pull this up. Well, what do you know? Somebody actually on YouTube told me to try this, to pre-puncture it, and sure enough it worked. You can see there's no mess there. Just gonna go ahead and throw this out. I know, not a very convenient place for garbage. So you know what, guys? I am going to enjoy my cup of coffee, and then we'll see what else we're going to do today. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright, guys. Well, I thought I'd go outside and show you what it's doing. I'm not actually going to step off the porch because it is really, really nasty. You can see in the background, we definitely have some flooding out there. This street's not usually too bad. We're very lucky because they graded this street very well when they built it back in the late 90s. Oh, excuse me, I kind of got the coffee burps. But it is still raining. It's probably going to rain at least for another couple hours from what they're saying. That's supposed to clear up. It's supposed to be very nice tomorrow. As soon as this pollen dies down, I promise we're going to start that walking vlogger again. I just can't deal with the pollen the way it is. I tried to take a bike ride yesterday, and oh my gosh, it was terrible. I started wheezing and coughing, and I know it's because of the pollen. A lot of my other friends around here are having the same problems as well. But the rain's going to help. The rain will go ahead and wash a lot of the pollen away, but the problem is the bees, at least for another couple weeks, are going to just keep repollinating, and it just goes through the air. I got out yesterday morning, and I actually had to put the wipers on in my car, and as they were wiping it, it was like a green blanket going off. It was absolutely disgusting. But like I said, this is going to kind of be a slow day today. We do have to go shopping a little bit later. And got to do some grocery shopping. And oh wow, I'm just looking here. If you guys don't believe me about the pollen, take a look at this, guys. You can see right there on the shingle. Actually, it's disgusting. I mean, this area has the most pollen I've ever seen. And I'll probably have to take a paper towel, wash that down later. But yeah, I mean, it's not even worth trying to clean it yet because, like I said, we got at least another week or two of this stuff. It just amazes me how bad this area can be with pollen. Well, I am going to finish my cup of coffee, and then I think we're going to head out shopping. I'm just going to go ahead and end the vlog here for today, guys, because, again, I don't have too much else to talk about. Next video you see is either going to be another vlog, or more likely it's going to be a review of those MREs. That is going to be coming. Please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, have a blessed day, everybody.